Hello and welcome to the Casual Esports Amateur League stream. We are very near playoffs and I'm excited to get started. With me today, hello, I'm Idacles. With me today is my good friend Cyanite. Say hello to the lovely people at home.
Hello, thank you guys all for showing up today. Looking forward to a good match.
All right, and behind the scenes, the wizard behind the curtain, the shadow of Oz himself. I don't know if he's chatting right now, but he says hello, that he loves you, and we'll take good care of you tonight. So, tonight's contest is between the Kamikaze Penguins and the glorified Banner Minions. We are sitting in the lobby. Everybody's typing some casual trash talk back and forth. What can we expect to see tonight, Cyanite?
Well, we're looking out for a big game one out of the Kamikaze Penguins. They need both wins here tonight to secure a playoff spot. And if they get a tie, we will have to go to a tiebreaker. So a little bit of a toss up there. So I'm looking for a big game one win from the Kamikaze Penguins. They need to set the tone early. They need to establish what they're good at. They need to establish, their presence in the series and show GBM just exactly who they are. Because if they drop the first game, it can maybe be a little bit of a tilter, and then they lose the second, and you're out of playoffs just like that. So we need a huge couple of games here for Kamikaze Penguins.
Very nice. The early one definitely sets them up well into the second. As far as, I don't know about early game aggression, I think that's what's winning games as of late. But playmaking usually comes out of CC champions. So on the side of the Kamikaze Penguins, the support, Thresh, Morgana, Lux, Blitzcrank, Alistar has some pretty strong CC, plays Nami as well. And the jungler is going to be Amumu, Volibear, or Shyvana pretty consistently on those three champions.
Yeah. And, it gets a little easier when you do play only a select few champions a ton because you can get target banned out. The other team can say, who do I want to play the least? And then you just take that champion out and your champion pool shrivels up a bit. Maybe you're not so comfortable in a champion that you're now forced to play on. So that can be a huge difference. I see across the board for a lot of these players, a lot of comfort picks going through all across the board. So definitely maybe going to be some target bans towards the jungle on both sides, as well as the ADC on both sides. Both have quite a few games played on individual champions.
Yeah, it feels like glorified Banner Minions jungle is just the monkey wrench in the composition. Whatever they need, they just fill it out. At least with, let's see, Warwick, Nautilus multiple times, Scion, Trundle, Sejuani, Gragas, Malphite. A lot of junglers played, and that's just in CEAL games. So maybe banning a jungler on that side the might not be the best option. I don't know though. We'll see. ADCs are super strong in this league. Have been whooped up on. Oh, and we're actually already starting. I apologize. I'm over here chatting my head off. We're in picks and bans. I was getting into the fact that, yes, Caitlyn is going to be a hotly contested pick, and she is first banned on the side of GBM. Kamikaze Penguins not showing anyone. 10 seconds left to lock in. We will see who they ban first. And it is a Zed.
Ooh,
That is a
love
very...
that.
Mans is like, you know what? I just don't want it. He said, nope.
Love that.
He said, nope.
I love playmaking champions like Zed, so to see that taken away, a little bit of a heartbreaker for me, but good ban.
I think we might see a Veigar out of Mans. He's really good at it, and it's really good in 5 settings just because Event Horizon is pretty whack.
Volibear, good ban away there. Kamikaze Penguins, their jungler has 4 games played on the Volibear, so definitely want to take that comfort pick away from them there.
Okay, and Mans sneaks in potentially 3, if not just the 2 mid lane bans. Up first, we'll see GBM. Oh my, a little drama, forcing him onto the Shyvana perhaps. Picks away the Amumu, blue side advantage.
Yeah, definitely maybe look like a pick away there as the other most played champion for always gonna game is Amumu. Went with 3 games there. So like you said, might have to force him onto Shyvana, maybe going into a little bit of a trap, but a Maokai being hovered.
And that's that's a lock-in for the Treant there. There's a Treant? I don't know. First thing that comes to mind is Treacle Tart from Harry Potter. That helps. They standard 2 tank, if not 3, with bot, jungle, and top getting more health and resistance and damage.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love the
And
Maokai
there it
with
is
a lot of
again.
CC. Ornn.
So Jungler has not played Ornn in the CAL match. Let me see on the side of the Kamikaze Penguins what his ranking is. If you want to shout out who the next ban is while I'm away from the screen.
Yeah, for sure. So Kaisa is being hovered right now, which would be a great ban, and is locked in on the side of GBM. So that's a huge ban. Kaisa obviously an amazing playmaking ADC. So it is important that someone like that is banned away because Kaisa is the champion that can just literally 1v5. And a Leona to go with that is massive.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, wow.
That's a healthy lane. They banned away the Caitlyn, so maybe we see Sivir or Ezreal on the side of the bot lane, but we got a few bans to go through. They did pick up the Vigor, and that is honestly a terrifying amount of CC. If they can get one hyper carry to the bot lane. Kamikaze Penguins is banning away either the mid lane is a good ban or top. Save their solo lanes for last. Get rid of the Akali. Their sub on the side of GBM is top lane as well as mid lane. Am I wrong?
Yep, you are correct.
So there's a lot of mid laners in those two players' champion pools. So I'm excited that we didn't just get something cheeky.
Yeah, and is Sivir locked in there as one of the bans? Is a really good wave clear champion as well as a champion that late game will just crit you to death with those boomerangs. They will absolutely do an insane amount of damage. Orianna, big playmaking champion there.
Yeah, and with more than enough ball delivery systems, the guys that reposition on any amount of CC.
Yeah, that ultimate is such a game changer. So very important, really good ban there on the side of KP.
And when you see Maokai and Ornn, and just the mentality going into picks and bans, they already have the Kaisa, but you need someone to chew through those tanks. So Leona is allowed a little bit of peel. Amumu is he peels pretty well, but it's not like insane. Usually you're looking for first rotation all in, and then who needs to peel, am I right?
But he's gonna be looking for backline.
A Maokai and Ornn, unless they absolutely blow up one of the two carries, Vigor Tristana, they are going to have a hard time keeping that Kaisa alive against the resurgence of CC and damage from the back end of their engage.
Yeah, you're looking at the bans on the side of KP, and you're seeing really good bans actually, because you're looking on the side of GBM, and they could really use like an assassin, but you know the Zed and the Akali both banned away, Yasuo as well, so
they're putting a lot of eggs. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. Vladimir picked. Oof, that's a good champion right there.
A lot of damage.
Yeah.
No CC, a lot of damage. We're still looking for just a big 5-fingered fist forward into the Kamikaze Penguins.
And a Silas?
Oh my gosh, they're actually stacking the DPS. That's crazy.
Wow. And Silas, through all the nerfs that have been thrown at him, some confidence coming out with that pick right there, but
it's a top Silas and a Maokai.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Thresh?
12 seconds. We'll probably see either Thresh or Morgana? Question mark. I think helps this comp out a little bit with the survivability of carries.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, let's see the Thresh. Still a shield.
Let's go. I'm excited to see this Thresh in action.
All right, we have like 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, roughly.
Should we just run down how we expect the matchups to go? Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna just start it off real quick in that top lane. Are we thinking it's gonna be a Vladimir Maokai?
I want to say it's Silas.
You want to say it's a Silas Maokai?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're thinking it's a jungle Ornn then?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, let's see it. I mean, I'm excited to see that.
It could be any of those. I imagine that Vladimir is not jungling.
Yeah,
and
right.
although Silas can jungle, I don't think a tank could mid lane.
Full AP and Mumu mid. Let's go. But in all seriousness, I think the Vladimir into the Veigar in the mid lane would be nice for the Vladimir because you can pull that prison from
Sayonara.
Yeah, exactly. So you won't really get affected by Veigar in that sense, and so that'd be a really good kind of counter pick towards the Veigar because you can just you can pool through the sun, and so you won't get affected. And unfortunately though, a Silas to a Maokai, I'm not sure who that's beneficial to.
Silas has to win.
Silas. They both have really good sustain though with the Maokai passive and the Silas heal. So it'll be interesting to see the trades that go on between those two.
I wish you could hear how hard I'm shaking my head, not at your lovely analysis, but my sentiment as a top laner is I hate Silas top. He does more damage than he should, even after the nerfs. He's my least favorite champion to play against in this game. That said, I'm not biased.
I remember when Silas first came out and he would stomp me in every solo queue game, and I just
I
wanted to
was wrong.
smash my brain into my keyboard.
Vladimir
Like, you
top.
can't
I'll
do
give you one.
anything.
It's a Maokai jungle. I don't know anything about this game.
It is a Maokai jungle, so it is going to be the Vladimir into the Ornn, which is probably more standard. Ornn jungle
Yeah.
did fall off in priority quite a bit. But
You don't get a shield anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Vladimir into a Maokai, I think that's gonna be, or sorry, Vladimir into a Maokai. Vladimir into an Ornn, probably gonna be a rather boring lane. I think it's just gonna be kind of, Vladimir's gonna Q and use his transfusion from a distance, and Ornn is just gonna throw his rock.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
And
it, I think.
Vladimir can definitely be aggressive into that lane.
Yeah.
The ganks are scary, and the two tanks together have some base damage enough to kill him. It's more going to be about wave management. So, does the Vladimir, who has a little bit more pressure early, especially before items, as a Vladimir top, do you push or do you pull the lane? Are you looking to make a play mid game with your jungler, so you want to push and then roam because you expect Maokai to be somewhere? Do you want to just say, "Hey, I'm AFK farming top. I'm going to scale better than the Soren. You do you. I'll teleport into fights." You get to choose where you want to be in the lane in that matchup.
Yeah, and Vladimir doesn't really get strong until he does get that Hex Tech. So it will take him at least a little bit, at least until that like 15-minute mark or so to get that first item where he really does get that damage increase. And then when he gets that second item, I like to go for a Rabadon second. Really just be toxic like that. But
Now here's the question. Oh, sorry.
no, like you're good. I was just saying that it might be a little boring lane to start off while Vladimir
Sure,
scales up.
exactly. If let's see. So Leona Amumu is enough tank. I feel like we've
Mhm.
been talking about the blue side of things for some time, but we see a little bit more of a health bar item choice, itemization rather, on the Vladimir to beef him up a little bit, since they don't. I mean, there's healing, but they don't really have the thickest of front lines, similar to Thresh, Maokai, Ornn. Eh,
I think the
beefed him.
Vladimir naturally gets tanky from his passive. The more AP, the more health he gets. So I
So
think maybe
focus
we see a
damage.
Spirit Visage with the Vigar in the
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect him to go anything more than a Spirit Visage and maybe Azonia's for the armor.
Yep.
Um, I expect the Mumu and the Leona to go pretty much full tank. Amumu, I do want to see him get those backline stuns because if he can get the bandage tosses onto the Vigar in that back line and kind of take Vigar out of the fight a little bit,
Yeah.
that'll be huge there for GVM.
Yeah, that has to be the win condition. Depending on how laning and mid game goes, the two Yordles, that's all their damage. Literally all their damage. Tanks are going to be
Mhm.
building tank items. Thresh is going to be building maybe a Zeke's convergence. So question mark help do damage, but it's the two hyperscaling Yordles. So they need to get on and consequently blow up either, if not both, in order to win these team fights.
Yeah,
All right, that's enough from the perspective of let's
Vladimir.
let's talk about what the Kamikaze Penguins need to do to win this ball game.
I'm looking to the Vigar to stay safe. There's a lot of gank potential on the side of GPM, so I really need that Vigar to stay safe. Don't die early. Don't give away that potential to do damage early on in the game because the earlier you can do damage on a Vigar, the better. Stacking up that passive as safe as possible. Not giving up lane pressure. Not giving up lane prio, but maybe not risking it into like the 1v1 duels as much, maybe not stepping up as far for that extra hit on a minion or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
because all it takes is one flash bandage toss from a Mumu, and then you blow your flash as a Vigar, or even worse, you get chain CC'd with the Silas chains, and you're just dead. And then that throws your early game off, and delays your scaling. So
Stay safe, stay alive, farm as best you can, and then
Yeah.
maybe furrow your little smoky eyes when the Maokai's close.
pretty much.
That's about
Yep.
All right. In the Leona Kaisa, Thresh actually does a really, really good job peeling in that 2v2. Leona will hit and root, but should never get to the Tristana. And even if she does, the Tristana just hops away. There's very little that a Leona Kaisa can do without a gank or without really doing an amazing job at forcing cooldowns, cooldown windows, excuse me. So Tristana, same story, gets to farm. There's a natural push out of the Tristana, so they might be susceptible to ganks. I think that's where the Amumu might be hunting first, especially with the stacked amount of CC that can follow one simple bandage toss.
And it is to be noted that the Tristana does have a little bit of a delay on the rocket jump. So if the Leona can land the E and get the initial stun off onto the Tristana, and then chain it up with her melee stun, which I believe was her W. I could be or her Q.
It's a Q, yeah, it's a Q.
Q.
It's auto tag reset.
I've
Bonk.
never actually played Leona, which I should probably
Oh,
take
it's
up because
fun.
free solo queue wins. But
Yeah, it's fun.
the chain CC could really spell doom for the Tristana because there is that delay. So if her Tristana's reactions are not up to par, she will just get chain CC'd with the Kaisa if she has R already. Will just get followed up on and could possibly die.
Does Ornn take grasp into Vladimir?
I believe so. Oh,
I feel like Aftershock's just better.
actually, you could be right because with the Vladimir pool, it'll be kind of difficult for the Ornn to follow up on anything.
Yeah, it's not that he'll never use it, but frankly, he's not going to use it a lot.
He
In lane,
did,
at the very least. Tank battles last a long time, and it might be useful later, but I feel like Aftershock just has to be better because they're the one-shot engage. If you're going to pop anybody with the Ornn Viger, it's going to be off the back of the Ornn E.
yeah, for sure. Interesting. We'll
Or
see how
R.
it plays out, though, for sure.
I guess the ult. You can ult from very far away, and it's hard CC if you hit him on the second cast.
In late game, it's not
So it
like
might be
the only
wasted.
person the Ornn is fighting is the Vladimir, right? So Ornn will get on to the rest of the members of the team, so we will come in handy there for sure.
I'll remind myself here to look at just how much that rune did
And
and
it looks like Silas has disconnected.
compare it to Maokai's damage. All right, well, I'm in the game.
Yep, and
We
a little bit of a
will-
pause going on with disconnects happening on the side of GBM. Hopefully, the players do reconnect soon. Anything else noted on the matchups? I really do want to see some playmaking from the Thresh. I want to see it. I want to see the flash hooks over the wall. I want to see.
Give me. I'm hungry.
I want to see the cross map hooks. And if I don't, then I will be angry. Just kidding. But it always excites me when I see a Thresh in any match because I'm always looking for the potential of that big hook, that big play. Thresh is always known to be a playmaking support that can really change a game with one great hook, and one great follow up from the rest of the team with the flay. And I'm blanking on what our ultimate is called, but it's the prison.
Box.
The box. It is just the box today. And as well as the Vigar stun, as well his prison, his box as well. You can really just get a box team going.
Insane CC.
And you just kind of win. So.
We haven't even talked about the most fun part of the glorified bannerman composition: stealing ults. There are some delicious ults to steal.
Oh, Vigar ult. Wow, that's an insane ultimate to steal. Oh wow,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Tristana's for added peel. It's not going to do insane damage. I believe it does have magic damage scaling. The Thresh does indeed have magic damage scaling, and as a kite mechanic, the box is fantastic. Rod Viger, don't even have to talk about it anymore. Maokai is a little bit slow to come out, but if it's paired well with primary engage. It's a great follow-up tool. And all of a sudden, they get a loaded shotgun if he presses R against the Ornn.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, does the Vigar ultimate have a damage increase with player like below 30%
Yes,
HP?
execute function.
Execute, yeah, it has an execute function, which even early, it definitely will do some damage in the cleaning up like a team fight at like level 6 roam in one of the skirmishes.
Yeah, it's an
So
interesting way that it scales too. Executes in the game have different ways of making them executes, and with Vigors, there's a base and a max damage, and depending on the health of the current health of the target that you press R upon, it hits at a percentage within that sliding scale. Sometimes it does bonus damage based on missing. Sometimes it does bonus damage. I'm thinking like Darius is actually based upon missing health, and it's a certain percentage per champion hit based upon missing health. And it's weird. It's weird the 8 different ways that you can go to try and execute or heal with health.
And it is to be noted also that the only player in the game to have taken a stopwatch is the Leona. So,
okay.
no stopwatch coming out of the Kaisa, which I really would like to see. To hold on to that and maybe make a play with a dive under tower and then can just stopwatch and drop turret aggro, which you see a lot in the high level.
What's the over-under?
Oh gosh.
On not on wins, on ADC purchasing first ADC purchasing QSS. What do you think? 2 items? Is it 3 items? What's it
Oh my
over?
gosh.
Oh
They're both
my
gonna be pretty
God.
crucial, eh? They're
Yeah,
both
that's
gonna be
insane.
crucial.
I feel like the Kaisa has to prioritize it with the Vigor and the Thrush just insta cleanse.
Yeah. And something that I would say the Kaisa gets it first. I would say the Kaisa gets it.
Her third item.
She'll get it. Second item, and it'll be the next half she gets, I think.
Okay.
And Tristana will be after the third item.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm going with.
This is already gonna be a tilter. I can feel it.
Oh my gosh.
In the best way. In the best way.
I hate playing against a Veigar as a Kaisa. I'm like a Kaisa main, and I learned the hard way that her ultimate does not go through the Veigar stun. You will just get
No,
stunned, and you will just die.
Bonk. It's not a
It
blink. It's a very
feels
quick dash.
so bad. Yeah, so I learned that the hard way. So we won't be seeing any escapes from Akaisa when she's in the prison besides a flash.
It's not quite a double lift dodging a Hecarim multi back across a wall good. But one time I was a little bit ahead on Kaisa. This is when she first came out, so it was easy to get ahead. And in the west part of the jungle, the entrance closest to mid lane, there's like a little bush there. And I walked aggressively into that bush, chasing a Warwick. And as soon as he got into the other bush, I knew that sucker was going to ult me from out of vision. So I autoed him, and then he walked into the bush, and then I ulted to the side, and he dashed right by me, and that's the most fun I've ever had in this game.
Yeah, Kaisa ultimate is really fun to use. It's the best for like you feel like you're double lift like when you dodge abilities, but you gotta be careful because you falling behind on Kaisa is pretty brutal. She obviously will scale up rather better than other champions with
You're
her
right,
natural
item
passive,
dependent. Yeah.
right? But you have to like kind of
It's the evolutions. You have to get your
yeah,
Q, you have to get your E.
exactly.
If you don't have items, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You don't get to do damage.
Yeah.
There's a let's see. What was I gonna say? There's a couple different builds floating around on Kaisa nowadays. We have so much time to talk, by the way. We are 3 minutes behind, and we are 6 minutes into a pause. So I'm just trying to spin this yarn into gold. Let us know in the chat what you think. We have time to respond to some questions. And do we have anybody? I do not have the stream up. I didn't want to hear myself yell at myself. Twitch. Okay.
One thing to note is that the Silas did take Conqueror and the Vyar did take Predator. So
Wait,
very
what?
fast.
Oh
Very fast
my
Vygar.
gosh.
Very
Zippity
fast.
doo-dah.
Yeah, he's speedy guy. So looking forward to that. I want to see just a Vigar Predator into 5 of GBM's players. Put down the prison and stopwatch or Zanyas, and that's it. And then you win, and your team will just follow up on you or an ultimate, Maokai ultimate, and Thresh Hook, and you'll clean up. That's it. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask for? I don't think so.
It is, but knowing Mans likes to bloody these matches. His team is not afraid to fight, and from what I hear about the glorified band of minions, they are ready for the action. We have still, for those of you just joining us, disconnected mid laner sings a sad song into a sultry pause to the tune of 8 minutes. But we are hanging on. I'm Idocles, joined by Shadow behind the scenes and Cyanite, and we are just waiting. So get some water. Go ahead.
Salus has reconnected. That is promising.
Oh my gosh, music to my ears.
Someone has reconnected is one of the greatest things you could ever feel, especially for someone who doesn't connect to the start of games. But
okay, what is your best Viger impersonation for the folks at home? An extra giggle.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
You really putting me on the spot like this?
Yep, I'll do it too.
Wait, okay. I don't even know any. Okay, I'm blanking on all his quotes right now.
Something about showing you no mercy. I know that one.
I will show you no mercy.
That's pretty good. I would argue that's a Jamaican Viger, but we won't talk about it. Okay, it's a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. I will show you no mercy. Something like that.
That is so good. What? You practice that. That is not fair.
No way.
Not fair. You go home and you practice
every night before I go to bed.
Every night before bed, you have to say at least 5 Vigar quotes. That is not fair. I used to play Vigar in ARAM back when you could choose your champion.
What? What is? I don't even know what that means.
ARAM or sorry, not ARAM. ARAM. Earth.
Oh, okay.
Earth. I would spam Vigar and Earth when that was a thing,
funny.
and I can't remember the line. Is that a give me just a second here. It'll come to me. It'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it.
And he continues to think about it.
Think about it, even though it's already a lost cause. We've already moved on. But
the tongue is a terrible place to be. It's so sad.
Oh, it's only a short way. Is that a short joke or whatever like that? That kills me every time. Every time. We're still waiting. So
yeah, we're just having a good time.
Disconnected.
I didn't even know how many. What's the maximum number of prefixes you can have on a word?
A maximum amount of prefixes you can have on a word.
Yeah.
3.
Redisconnected. I'm googling it. I'm not gonna guess. Maximum you can have on a word. 3 is probably 3 is a lot.
3's a lot, but I'm thinking there's got to be some crazy words out there.
Sure. This is from 2017. I'd trust it. Let's see.
No, 2.
Somebody answer this question?
2.
On page not found, crying myself to sleep.
This is it. This is the pinnacle. 2 is my guess. Is there anything else that we haven't noted already that we can know while we do wait for at least another 3? Interesting. Looking at the runes, besides Vigar, nothing too out of the ordinary at all. Looking at first items, there's only so much you can look at. Ooh, Minion Dematerializer on the side of Leona. I'm not sure if that is meta, as she probably won't be doing that much damage to minions, so we'll see how meta that is.
It used to be good when you got 6. I don't know so much anymore.
We'll see. Does it work with Thorn Shield? Or not Thorn Shield, sorry. Relic Shield.
Yes, it does.
It does? Okay.
Yeah, if you kill a minion, it will proc it. And that's why it was good, because you got 6 and you could just do whatever the heck you wanted, basically. and you got extra damage to minions, so someone like Leona with her W benefits from it. But I don't know if it's ideal, super good anymore. Usually biscuits and boots is in vogue. La la la.
Interesting. Yeah. I might have wanted to see like a cosmic.
I'm still looking at prefixes.
A cosmic insight, I think it is.
I was gonna say 3. There's no definitive answer. Nobody spoon-fed me.
It's gotta. I think 3 was a little much. 3 was a little much. We'll say 2. 3 was a little much. We'll say 2.
Okay, but 2, you gave it 2 just accidentally. There's no way an accident is the cap. Oh well, I'll let it go. I'm sorry.
No,
All right.
No, you could be right on that actually.
1, 2, 3.
I don't know, but
We're running out of time.
For 15 minutes now.
I'm so lonely.
Pretty much.
Mr.
Anything else that we can touch on in terms of this game? I don't know how else these casters do this. I guess they don't have pauses for 14 minutes.
So
But, we could start an acapella group.
Where's the mid lane? Just wanna play this stinking game. I don't know. I like to eat that apple. I haven't even read what's cross chess happening. It's making my brain know.
Let's just start an acapella group. Anybody in Twitch chat want to join our acapella group? We are applications are opening now.
Yeah, we need a tenor.
Yeah, I can be the person in the background giving moral support. Anything other than that is out of my capabilities.
For 12765396676. Great name. That's my favorite number. Yes, we paused at the start of the game. Why on earth did we get a robot? Anyways, Nikamai, I 100% agree. English speakers, if they understand the word and it's built using English language rules, it's a word. English, any language is about communication. As long as you're being understood, we won't talk about efficiency. It's a word. I like it. I can jump on that.
I have officially undisconnected from this game. Wow, that's 3 right there.
Undisconnected.
Because isn't DI also a prefix, or am I just tripping?
No, dis as in we're in the game. Oh my gosh, it's like I can breathe again.
Except Silas is still dead.
Still in base. It's okay. It's okay.
But we can focus on the positives. It will be a 5v4, at least for a little bit.
Maokai started his little kitty cat E, so we got some temporary vision in the pixel brush from the side of Kamikaze Penguins.
Yeah, it is a benefit towards the Kamikaze Penguins. Quick 5v4 to start off the game. I mean, I'll take it personally. Like if I was playing, I'd be like, "Hey, sweet, I'll take the 5v4."
Now, sometimes in pro play, with playmaking supports in the bot lane, you will see the support sprint out, place a ward in Tri or in River, and then recall and switch to sweeper. And I think it's a very fantastic way to assert brush control when you can trust that your jungler is going to keep an eyeball on surroundings.
And so we are looking at the starts here. Ornn is
they're doing
attacking the red.
So when you take the what's it called, talisman? Yes, when you take a talisman, you get a little bit of regen when you're in combat. So this is what Hecarim likes to do. You just infinite aggro the raptors while you're taking 1 buff, and you don't lose any health. It's great.
Yeah, that was a really good play to the side of KP. Right there, just the little advantages.
Yeah. Top lane is bullying our poor lonely little Ornn. Maokai's making his way to the Crux. Well, we're just playing on. Mid lane is still not here.
Yeah, and you know, it's an unfortunate situation for GBM. you know, Amumu maybe can go mid lane, but then gives up jungle, and if he doesn't go mid, then he just gives up mid, and Vigar gets free turret plates and CS, and so you know,
And
it's
we were
just kind
talking
of,
about what's safer farming than no lane opponent
yeah,
for the win
right?
condition on the Vigar. Not to be inflammatory.
Ooh, can they get a kill here on the Vlad? Having to flash away, but I think he's still dead.
Oh, the tree!
Oh,
Yo, he got him with the
my
sapling!
gosh.
The kitty scratches him to death, and the first blood goes over to the jungle mountain.
Holding your breath while that sapling was running. Like,
oops, I was reconnected.
Silas has reconnected, so that is really good on this side of GBM. Unfortunately, though, was a
TP top. Oh, Maokai's still on your side of the map, buddy. Tree's running. He started the. Okay.
That is rather dangerous.
He's mad. It's okay.
Amumu is going to be spotted out there from the
okay.
The vision plant.
Yeah, she's walking up.
Not gonna hit it.
CS differential bottom 5-6 now, by the way, of Tristana, but huge wave stack. So
yeah,
they're doing all right.
It'll be pretty much even. Amumu looking for play mid. Can't find the bandage toss though. Amumu is level 3 though. It does match level in mid. Unfortunately, Silas is just level 1 though. Not sure.
On the heels of that gank, Maokai is going to be able to do some real damage in the mid game. Earlier, gold means more damage, and when you're a tank, your most damaging time is early on.
Looking for play. First, there it is. Can't change the stun though, and actually a hook coming out.
Oof.
No flay though to put him into tower range.
He's hunting though. He's looking active jungle, adding
yeah.
pressure. It's sad that they missed a lot of farm. What should have happened, in my humble mind, is just show and let your bot lane farm safe.
Yeah.
You know that you're not really going to get the flash. You're just adding pressure to the lanes. The wave itself creates so much pressure at the tower just naturally.
Yeah.
But still, right place, right place.
Yeah, and that is what you want to see from random early is good pressure on all lanes. Two ganks there. The one did not.
Maokai's coming in bot. They didn't have any vision. They don't know.
Oh, he's coming in totally from behind here.
Jumps in. Force the flash. Kaisa. Leona steps up, takes the hook. There's going to be too much damage coming through the Unite. Thresh ends up securing the kill. Leona's allowed to walk out. She wasn't focused. Oh, no, he gets cut under talent. Thresh being greedy. On to the Amumu. That helps. The gold differential in the jungle was getting a little bit wayward, and now that the Amumu will catch back up. Take and reset, folks. PSA.
Yeah.
Still great play. Still well played.
I thought that was a huge play by the Leona there to step in front of the hook. I was like, oh wow, you just saved your ADC, but damage is still there from the side of KP to finish off Kaisa. And all summoners blown in the bot lane, and Tristana still does have a flash, so
Vigor's up
pretty safe from ganks.
Whole levels, as to be expected. Like you said, DC in the beginning. Now guy's finally backing with 2100 in his pocket. Let's see. He's purchasing Jungle Iron boots, perhaps? See what we get. Mid lane's just mid lane. Silas, as a champion, does not like to really be behind. Most assassins like to do their damage early and often. It's a little bit sad, but we'll see how mid game shapes up for him. Bot lane has not backed yet. Tristana, let's see. She has a lot of gold. Wow. 1900 in her pocket. So
yeah, very rich. Yordle.
Coming up mid.
Going back to Yordle City, a rich person.
So the lore. Oh, Banished House connects on a level 6 Vigor, but it's mostly just to flex on friends, allowing Silas a safe back.
Yeah, there's no follow up there from the Silas. Did want to get an early back off to get some items.
He's going CDR. That's smart. Smart to build the health component and just stay alive.
Is to be noted that there is an Infernal Dragon on the board as the first Drake, which does benefit KP as they were able to get the early pressure in mid and bot from the early kill. So they will most likely get that one unless a big play comes out from GBM.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he can't solo it, but if Maokai has a blue buff, he can do a lot of damage for a long time to the dragon, allowing a soft start and then a bot lane roam up to finish with the Kaisa or Tristana, excuse me.
Yeah, and with the Vanguard being ahead early, also can shove his wave and just roam down.
Yeah,
Quickly
Bigger
get
needs to
dragged to
back.
help out.
He's out of
He does.
mana. The Silas is on him. Respects nothing as he agresses forward. Dodges the
Vanguard zoom.
Primordial Burst. Dash into heal. 45. That's one of the things they nerfed first was the
Yeah.
non-amplified heal.
Bot looking for a play.
The hero.
This could be something here.
There's a cage into the Maokai.
Oh, Mumu's
W follows it. Oh, the flash. Arcane Smash comes through, and Aftershock is not
No
enough.
mana
Vigor
from the-
misses the Q, but the tree.
Oh.
The tree. He's sniping him with the cats. I cannot. Somebody tell me the name of that ability. I cannot.
Sapling toss, I think it is.
Oh my gosh. He's X marks the spot for the sapling toss.
Oh yeah.
William tells, but he's missing a little bit south. He's bopping him.
That is the play when you are playing Maokai. Want to just definitely go
That's
a little
the dream,
where they are
right?
running and gets 2 already from it.
That's just, it feels disrespectful. You can't even really be mad. That's so
No,
sad.
you cannot.
I'm sorry for laughing at players trying their best. I do not mean to disparage, but that is the it's just, that is objectively funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I did not expect that much damage to come through from an Veigar and a Maokai who had nothing but
Thresh Lantern Flash allows for the play into the hook. There is your playmaking play, but the Kai'Sa ults back into safety. Leona re-engages under tower. No love lost, no deaths, but a fun full body trade. Amumu wanders this way. No vision on the side. Maokai just laid one down. No way to clear it. No way to clear it.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, how fun it is to play in Kai'Sa and dodge everything with that ultimate. You just kind of ultimate out of there and you're safe.
Off the back of the flash, the classic W flash E. Oh, long hook won't be followed upon. Mumu there, just in case somebody gets spicy. Kai'Sa's allowed to farm. We are not on a cannon wave, so it feels bad to back, but that's the cost of the game.
This Vladimir is getting rather punished up top. Ornn really playing this well, the lane to perfection. Already got the early magic resist, so Vladimir rendered useless so far.
And it's greedy to stay, but it really does make a difference. You can see which wave is coming next because your wave is identical. And so knowing that a cannon wave is coming is usually a cue. Do I go in or do I back? Because that's your window. It just takes a lot longer. You only miss like 2 or 3 CS. Like Kai'Sa missed the whole wave, and it feels pretty bad. That said, Tristana stayed, so potato.
And it is to be noted, the warding from KP on that bot side around that dragon. GBM does have 2 wards down there in the Tri and the Dragon Pit, but mainly controlled by KP. The wards just went out, but a Sculler Crab coming up. I do expect that to be taken and get some extra vision on that dragon.
Vladimir is down CS top. I wasn't aware that Ornn was so successful in this lane.
Yeah, me either. Oh, Veigar! Oh!
Very close. I was watching a Crimson Tide top. I was playing.
Veigar just predatored to Silas and just R'd him, but it wasn't enough to get the kill through the Silas shield.
Let me read the skill. Do I get to see? Do I not get to see? Tab maybe helps? No, I can't read the abilities. Predator, I want to see how much damage Predator does.
Whoa.
Because I know the first ability you hit does bonus damage, so if he just walks up and R's. Alright, we're getting a Demolish proc, which means they're overstaying just a little bit, but they got the plate and the back off for free. Tristana's not, A-Sub's not in danger without stacks of CC, which GBM definitely has. We're seeing engage. Silas ults, Maokai immediately.
Just gonna get Lantern.
Amumu follows up. Here comes the ulti. Do we see it? Leona ult. Amumu. Where's the bandage? No! Alright, Maokai comes through. Smite. Not a tree this time, but he'll take it. Ornn ult is coming in from the north side. Knocks up 3!
Oh!
Into the Tristana double kill. Soon to be triple. Does she get the quadra? Do they give it over to her?
Yeah, they do.
Oh my. And a Fire Drake to boot. That might be a catalyst play. Extended engage, fighting in the river. It's just sad the disconnect on the mid lane sets them back, as well as a little bit of extra attention, really prime and tower plating primes this Tristana to take over the game.
Yeah, I don't want to call the game just yet, but
Oh no!
once this tower is taken, it will be close to a 6k gold lead, which is 6.5k gold lead if my math is correct. Which
It ain't
at
over.
12 minutes, 13 minutes is pretty substantial.
Looking for something, but Thresh Flay, walk away.
4 kills on that Tristana is gonna feel really, really good.
Orange eyeballing mid.
Oh yeah.
We have a tower. Flash into it, double CC, auto attack, and the Vigor Q. Vigor Q. Wait, that is the most amazing thing I have ever seen. So casually sidestepping every skill shot that walks his way. Randomonium. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry. I thought I was interrupting us so with a play. Absolutely ridiculous. Heals, steals the Vigor ult. Vigor takes 2 tower shots, forcing the Ornn to flash, as well as killing that Leo. That was an absolutely stellar play at the 0-2 mark. Unreal. Great job. That was fun to watch.
I thought it was over.
I was like, hit him with the Q, hit him with the Q. He said, psych. You don't know anything about this champion.
I thought they had that one under control, and we have late game pulls off some shenanigans and dodges everything and pulls it out.
I mean, Ornn ulted bot, I think mostly to do something like clear the way, question mark.
Yep, just show some pressure. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. That's okay.
Oh, something top here. 2v2.
Thresh is really low. Tristana ults defensively. Oh, that damage coming out of that girl. Ooh. If she wanted to be greedy, if she had a mark on the Amumu bandage toss, she could have W and possibly gotten away with the kill and the reset. But super greedy. Better to not give over the shutdown and just keep fighting.
Yeah, 14-minute Infinity Edge on a Tristana, rather scary. I would be scared. Oh, stunned up here. Again survives.
Oh. No, Man's Deaver finally claims what he wanted to last time in the 1v1. I just want everybody to... I like aggression, so when somebody starts a play, I'm going to cast it from their side. As far as emotions are concerned. I'm trying to get better about not picking sides. I don't have a favorite. CEAL is my favorite. Speaking of which, Shelly batters down the mid tower for the second tower. Tristana is about to take the third, and no response.
Oh,
you see Rift Herald on the map, you need to go. Like with his liver. You have to respond to that a lot faster.
Yeah.
A lot faster. 2 towers mid. And Silas was dead. Silas respawned before his teammates came. Okay.
Another charge incoming here.
They just allowed the siege so far. That's so much damage out of that one Herald. About a tower and a half out of one charge.
Yeah, 7k gold lead. 15 minutes.
Okay. Predators away. Laters. That's so funny.
That's what
Maokai goes into stall. They are about to be able to do damage now. The Aftershock is down. Both abilities.
Silas just might die here. Oh.
Maokai is still in trouble. The Tristana comes in, W's over the wall, re-engage. Maokai gets that Q. He is actually popping off the skin 405.
Well played from the side of KP there.
K part. Ace have jumped in, did a job very well as well. It's rough. It's rough when the team you're playing against is ahead for what feels like bad luck. And it's on champions that frankly are really annoying when they're ahead.
Yeah.
Really annoying. Maokai is like such a bully when he's allowed to be a tank.
Yeah. And always gonna game playing Maokai really, really well so far. Making all the correct plays, just being that beefy guy, but is putting up the damage as Maokai's base stats allow him to. Putting in the work so far. Spear
Visage, second item. And another Cal. I guess that makes sense. Let's look. Leona, predominantly magic. Kaisa, split. Just a lot of magic. Silas, Amumu. What else do you need?
Yeah.
Just stack MR. That's insane.
Yeah.
Do you build a Wit's End on Maokai? Is that
Wits End on Maokai. Yes. Yes.
Gimme. You're talking about you wanted a flashy Thresh play. You ask and you shall receive. I want to see Wit's End just to see
Wits
what it
End
does.
Maokai.
He's ahead. Let him have some fun. That's troll crap.
Give me a
but...
static shiv on Thresh as well, and
Come on.
I will be happy. Give me a Zeke's convergence on Tristana. That's it, dude. That's all I need.
CDR is important.
I need to support Tristana and ADC Thresh this game.
That's it. Real flip flop. Excuse me. Pardon the yawn. Dragon spawns consequently starts uncontested. There's a penalty of a 11-2 state of the game.
Yeah. There's nothing GBM can really do about that one there, and just kind of feels like they're getting suffocated.
You just hear the dragon roar, and you still keep farming. That is the fastest way to get
yeah. GBM looking a little out of position there. Will get caught out.
Jumps forward. Leona goes a little bit sideways with the ult, but it's okay. They are running away with no friends and running with the dream. Flash away from the Veigar stun. Gets pulled into it's sealed with a kiss.
Leona does survive though.
Burst from his lips. Veigar cleans up the kill.
And at least they get something in return, but they kill bot lane and now going to be turned into a tower, maybe 2.
Yes. And as far as cleanliness, it's really easy to cast retrospect. You see your team making a play bot. You don't really have threat to get the tower. Just back off.
Yeah.
General rule. No, I'm not upset. If anything, he's drawing pressure, right? If more people are bot without him being top. But you see your team already has the jump. Just respect it. I like to say make one play on the map at the same time. And usually it means one defensive, one aggressive. Or all 5 aggro. Speaking of which, flash hook from the Thresh comes in, snags the Kaisa. TP coming in from the side of the mountain.
This is game right here.
Top laner. I don't know if we're at game, but they're definitely where they need to be on the map, which is in their base at the moment.
I don't know if KP's going to stop. 3 down.
Wow. Another great
hook.
Stops the stun, pushed into the cage. W comes through. Fresh auto attack.
They have a wave coming
casually
in.
Tanking. Proto belts away. They don't have any minions. Silas with the re-engage gets immediately popped. That is so sad. The cooldown on that to go twice in the way of Veigar. Ulti coming through a little bit south. Snipe from the Kaisa gets herself a little gold. Tide pulling forward. Crimson pulling forward. Takes the tower.
Tristana's dead.
Tristana gets popped immediately. Leona re-engage. They took too long in the base, folks. Kaisa jumps up. Do we have the damage? Flashy flash to outplay the rest. But I think he's running the wrong way. And 2 for 2 with the W's. Kaisa comes in to clean up and gets herself an assist. Nope, Orin's walking away. He says, nope, not today.
I think he's just going to get bandage tossed here.
Duke it. Oh, the Cloud Drake comes online. They say it's not a strong Drake. And to that I say, it came on just in time.
He lives.
He's a little, whoa. He's sweaty guy. He's typing in his team chat. I guess they're in college. He's like, let's not overstay next time. Sweatband drenched on that one.
KP got a lot done on that push, but yeah, maybe stayed a little too long getting that last tower. Got a lot of shutdown gold on the side of GBM. Couple kills on the Kaisa, couple on the Silas.
Yes, and it helps. It helps a lot, but it's not gonna
open Nexus. 21 minutes.
goes to Ward alone. Another death sentence. They're just always 5 at this point. They're so far ahead. Gold wise, that they feel that they don't need to accrue solo gold next speed. They can just fight, and so far it's been working. Leona's working away. Oh, everybody's just caught. That's so sad. Yeah. Just funneling one at a time. It's all right. It's just game 1. Orin
just game 1.
The ult, but can't dodge that. Can't milk those. And there she goes. There she blows. The white whale of Tristana. Brought down once this game.
Yep.
But a GG all around. Fun to watch.
Yeah.
22-11 is the ticker.
And
Secretly, that was an hour-long game.
yeah, secretly, it all boils down to that early disconnect and Silas not being able to lane for the first 4 minutes of the game.
So
Because
sad. No. Just objectively sad.
was yeah, really set GBM ahead early, and was kind of just doomed from there. Got the couple kills early by KP, able to set up map pressure, able to get that first dragon, and kind of just snowballed.
I want to. Can I look at rooms? I told myself I would do this. Oh no! No!
Check him
You
like
know,
Predator does on the first.
I can only look at the Vladimir. How's that? If I go to rooms, scroll down. I can only see Vlad's. No! Still in. Oh well. What are you gonna do? I can hover over Predator. Oh, it doesn't give me the scaling. Trash.
Yeah, with that Vladimir build, I might have not gotten boots of the Ionian. I don't think it changed the game. Just the little things like that. Maybe would have wanted to go Merc Treads, or something.
It's a
Able
good
to.
build. He took Transcendence, so he's sitting at 45% CDR with extra penetration, and all those champions are going to be. Well, do we heal?
Typically, with the runes he took, you hit 45% CDR without the boots of CDR. I hit 45% CDR usually after my third item on the Vladimir, with the runes and how he naturally scales with CDR. So, but it's just a really well played game by KP. Really just felt like they were suffocating them the whole time, kind of just growing their lead and just snowballing and playing everything the right way, controlling the map. Good vision.
Yes, good job taking advantage of what you were given, and I'm excited for the second round of drafts. I believe we're going to take a short intermission, and we'll be back to the tune of minutes over seconds, but we'll see you soon. Welcome back to the stream. I'm Idacles, accompanied by Shadow behind the scenes and Cyanite. Say hello.
Hello.
Lovely. We are sitting in a lobby waiting for 10 folks to decide upon their ready checks. Game 2 shapes up to be what honestly feels like a grudge match.
Mm-hmm.
The side of the Kamikaze Penguins did a wonderful job asserting their dominance and establishing a lead. But our incumbents, the GBM, red team this time, they had a disconnect. Couldn't get to game, 15 minutes, AFK. No, just trying his best to get back in. Had to start the game without him because it was paused for too long. And just forced to play from behind this whole game. So already in the spoiler role, GBM can come back with a little bit of vigor and vitriol this time. Put a hurting on them.
Yeah, maybe pick the Vigar of their own. Maybe just copy paste KP's comp onto their own, and force KP to go a different comp, and that is something I'd like to see. Just get a copy paste going, copy paste
Lovely.
chop. No, but in all seriousness, I did like JBM's comp. I did like it, and I didn't have anything wrong with it. I thought both comps had good win conditions. I thought they both had chances to win. I thought both were strong, and none of them really had clear weaknesses. However, one team has to win, one team has to lose, and with the disconnect from the Silas, KP was able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and that was the waffle game anyways. The Kamikaze Penguins are guaranteed a tiebreaker, and if they win this one, then they get playoffs into themselves. GBM can shake it off and come at this one head on. This is a real game. Let's do it.
Yep, this is the one for guaranteed playoff spot for KP. If they lose, like you said, it is going to go to a tiebreaker. So it will be interesting. I really want to see the pedal to the metal for KP. And win out of them, but I do want to see GBM play spoiler. I would love to see them come out and just get some really early pressure on them. Get a couple ganks going, a couple early kills, first blood maybe, and snowball lead and make KP play from behind this game.
Mm-hmm. And Mans Deeper got effectively all the bans last time. So I think it's only fair that they either toss a ban or 2 or 5 at Mans, or nope, that's the answer. Just get rid of some of his champions. Dude is he always takes teleport and he always goes ham. And it's really, I played with and against and for and around this kid for a couple years now. Fantastic fellow, but gosh dang it, he's really good at the game. And it's really frustrating when there's a Vigor or a Corky just screaming around the map. Predator Vigor, grow up. What is that?
Who does that and how does it
Breaks
work?
my heart. It'll take Corky teleport, take package, and show up out of left field just to drop a package and run away, just to mess with your mind. I don't understand it.
I'm AFKing if that's my solo queue game, just saying. Anyway, though, same bans as last game pretty much, except the Vigar ban coming from GBM, taking that out. And as Silas picked up from KP, they say, hey, we can do it better.
And we're still a bit getting mid-lane bans. Silas Snag, you were right. What is his ultimate called? Unchained?
I have no idea what it's called.
Guessing. I need to take that little quiz. There's a quiz online. It's like all the different champions.
There is. I've seen that. And I have refused to take it because I know I'd fail and I don't want to admit defeat.
What's Thresh's Q called?
Death sentence.
Okay. What's Brand's W called? So,
Pillar of Flame.
All right. What's Nasus's E called?
Oh, God.
Oh, we got him, boys!
Wait a second. No. Okay.
Spirit,
no
and
idea.
then it's either flame or fire. I think it's fire.
Anyway, we see a Caitlyn picked up from KP, which is huge because that was the ban from GBM last game. KP does love their Caitlyn, and on the flip side, an Ashe from GBM, which has been an extremely meta pick against a Caitlyn. Ashe does have that range, that perma slow from the built-in auto attacks, and a lot of CC with slows and stuns. So really good pick.
Morgana banned away. It's just negates Thresh Engage, at least the front end of it. And reactionary Heimerdinger ban. I believe he got a little bit of a buff. I forget. I think he just got more damage. Question mark. I don't know. Correct me in chat.
Honestly, I'm not sure how much he's been touched. I think Heimerdinger's kind of just been chilling as Heimerdinger for a while.
Somebody put the Robin. I got it.
Maybe he did get buffed and I just don't know it. Buff on Heimer's turret. Interesting. Well,
Wait.
we have a buff on Heimerdinger's turret damage, which is probably why he got banned. So interesting to note. Support's getting targeted away from GBM's bans. They don't want KP's support Mareep to be on anything that has the potential to be some playmaking. They saw that Flash Thresh earlier last game. I got so hyped over that. That was amazing. I really appreciated that. And an Irelia ban coming out from KP is also really good for KP, as Irelia is an extremely great mid laner right now and top laner. But always very strong, can 1v5. So priority.
Yeah, she's a fun champion to play too. A lot of quick inputs, and it feels really fluid. They did a good job with her rework. It's fun to play. But we won't see it today. So, Orange snagged up away. No, wait. We had Orange top last time.
Yep. KP
Yes,
had
we
Orange
did.
top
Yeah,
last
so
time.
again.
Blitzcrank.
Blitzcrank.
If anybody's scouting me, watch this video, because my most I shouldn't actually say this, but like Blitzcrank and Thresh are my only two supports. So like
Rip the rest of CEAL.
Yeah. No. But what if, hold on, because I only play custom games and you can't see that on my op.gg. So what if like I'm just using that as bait, and so low-key I just play like a bunch of other champions, but I'm saying that so you guys would target ban me. How about that?
I stole mind games. But if you tell them it's reverse psychology, is it still reverse psychology, or are we just going to get into the prefix argument again?
Then it's reverse psychology.
It's reverse.
It's reverse this psychology, dude.
No way. All right, let's talk about comps. We got Kled into Kled into Ornn. I think Kled does a little bit better, but Ornn does a buttload of damage. Jungle, Warwick has the vast availability to get ahead of the Amumu, especially early on. However, he doesn't really add too much pressure to ganks. He's better at bruising and bullying junglers. If you're not low, if you're not pushed up, Warwick can't really gank you that well.
I do like the... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to speak on that Kled Ornn matchup. I do like the Kled into Ornn. I think Kled is an extremely good brawling champion for that top lane, and a really good counter into the Ornn. I wouldn't say it's a clear win, but I do definitely like the matchup better than a Vladimir, even though the Vladimir theoretically should do a lot better than what we saw. I think Ornn played that lane pretty much to perfection, because you can pull the Ornn, but
and you can even still cite mid lane missing as a direct cause of the shift in that lane. Not primary, but it's in the top 3.
Yeah, to pick for sure.
Influences, let's say.
And you're speaking on the Ashe?
Oh yes, so Ashe, super fun. One of my most flayed ADCs. With the Thresh, it's going to be interesting. Don't get pulled, right?
Don't get pulled.
Don't get pulled. Don't get trapped, and it'll turn into an easy clap. I just like rhyming. They were talking about claps earlier, but engage from Ashe, awesome. Engage from Kled, awesome. Engage from Amumu and Ornn. I think it's a little... I guess Ornn is closer to Ashe, but Kled and Ashe just have free engage. Just free. You're on my screen or not, I'm still going to press R, and you just are frozen in time while we hurt you a lot.
For what seems like forever.
It's 2 seconds plus a fair amount of magic damage. And AoE splash magic damage. Unmitigated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts.
But it does not have an execute mechanic, though.
Which does not have an execute mechanic. No. We can confirm that.
It has CC, so it has CC and damage. Jinx's ult does not have CC, so it gets execute.
Wait until next patch. Riot gonna come out with the Ashe execute on the ultimate,
That's
and she's
broken.
gonna be the most played ADC in
Well,
the game.
it'd make you wanna. It scales with AP only. It doesn't scale with AD. So even if it got an execute, it wouldn't like drastically change anything because none of her other abilities scale with magic damage. You're like not supposed to build magic damage on her. So. But damage is damage. So what are you gonna do?
Is that a challenge? I promise you, I will. Like,
Well,
I will go into
if you're
solo queue
on
game and
hit,
build full AP Ashe.
honestly, full AP Varus. Have you ever
That's a
played full
meta.
AP Varus?
I have. That's a
Like
meta.
Lichbane, Guinsoo's, and then some other baloney. It does a lot of damage, bro.
Yeah, it does.
I was surprised. I don't know if it's best. I don't know if it's
No, it's
top
definitely
one,
not
number
the best.
most Schmitty Werben Jaeger Manjensen, number one, but it hurts a lot. Okay. Hopefully we don't see another pause. Although, admittedly, I had a little bit of fun talking about juggling dead air.
Yes.
But we still got 3 minutes, so.
And if it happens again, we will go back to the quote department and we will try and quote as many people as we
Oh
can.
no, as many
And-
people? No, we got to pick one, and then in the
Okay.
chat they have to say how we can get better.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Tips and tricks in the chat, please. Thank you. Okay. Perfect. What I
Incoming
want to see
flame.
this game. Last game, it was a flash thresh queue. Now this
Oh
still
yeah,
stands. This game still stands. But what I'm really looking forward to this game, and what I need to see, and what I might pay to see in other circumstances, is a Blitzcrank and a Thresh hooking each other at the same time.
played
Needs to happen.
what was it? Oh, number one most toxic bot lane in my opinion. Nico Swain.
Nico Swain.
Yeah, both have roots that go through minions. In fact, Nico's is better if you're standing in the wave. And Swain gets a free pull and a root if Nico lands her stuff, or vice versa. And they both do so much damage if you take either press the attack or domination tree rune on Nico and electrocute on the Swain. It's unreal the amount of kill threat that lane has. Absolutely ridiculous.
The more you know.
Yeah, if you want to climb, you just kill people for free. And then you just stay together and snowball the mid game. Don't talk
I
about
like
it.
free kills.
It's
That's my favorite kind
nightmares.
of kill.
Nightmares.
It's my favorite kind of kill. Free kill. It's my favorite when they go AFK and they're just DCing in lane and I can just
It's my
auto attack them.
favorite.
It's my
That's so
favorite.
brutal.
It's my favorite. You think I show
So
mercy
brutal.
to DC? You're hilarious. That's my LP. I'm taking your LP when I auto attack
If you
you.
see a baby bird, do you laugh at it on the ground?
No. Okay. Okay.
Said,
One
ha
is
ha.
over a video game where you
Do you want to
respawn.
have a full life and live as a lovely little bird? No, screw you, dude. You suck. No, you're right.
So
Yeah.
cruel.
I'll always type in ranked. Hey, it's ranked, bro. No mercy. Oh man, it's a DC. Why don't you stop autoing? Talk to
You
yourself,
think
dude.
I'm showing
Talk
you
to-
mercy?
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I'm on board. It's just funny. Just unprompted, you're just like, screw them. I love it. It's my favorite. It's
I'm
my
like,
favorite flavor of ice cream is DC.
no,
Oh
on the real, what's your
man.
favorite flavor ice cream though?
Okay, I'm always partial to cookies and cream. Can't get
Okay.
past it. That said, I worked at Cold Stone when I was in high school, and if you do sweet cream is okay, but if you do a little bit of sweet cream and cinnamon ice cream, it's seasonal flavor with honey, cinnamon, graham cracker crust. It tastes exactly like a churro. It is
I know, like a
it is
churro.
so good. It is so delicious. So it's
I
definitely
love
churro
churros.
ice cream, but cookies and cream is habitually second place.
I love churros. I'm a big fan of churros.
Yeah, I don't
Everyone in
trust anybody
chat,
who
if
does
you
it.
haven't gotten a churro, get a churro.
How are you? Yeah, you can't like. Honestly, it's self care. At least
Just-
once,
just
get it out of your
once a week,
system.
if not once
Once
a day.
week. Oh my gosh.
If not once a minute, dude.
The secret is in the lard. It's not a churro. You don't have it in bubbling animal fat. We won't talk about it.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you guys aren't having a churro a day,
You might live past 60.
but will you enjoy it? I don't know. Up to
Honestly,
debate. A
that's
churro a
yeah.
day keeps
When
the
we get
doctor
too deep
away.
into relativistic philosophy, we'll just spin in circles until we get too dizzy to keep talking. Let's see. Electrocute mid, Silas. Electrocuted Kali mid. One took TP, one did not. I believe that just automatically gives Silas a little bit of extra kill pressure.
Yep.
Why does a Kali take teleport? Educate me.
Flanking.
Hashtag team game. Churros
Yeah.
OP. I love it.
Hashtag there's a ward behind you. Look behind you. Oh wait, you're already dead because I'm a Kali.
Kali does pop people, man.
Yeah, and she does flank.
I'm at
And
0%.
yeah.
Is that good?
Hmm?
I'm at 0% right now.
Oh yeah, I'm always at 0%. It's kind of like my day duty. Like I can't load into games anymore, so like that's the fun part.
Answer Paragon. This skin makes it hard to see the hook. I'm under the impression that
Ooh, I have that skin. Love it.
it doesn't make like a boink noise or whatever the heck Blitzcrank
Like the wind
alerts
up,
the
like the
whole
chain
world.
rattling. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're talking about Blitzcrank. Oh, oh. I think you might be referring to the eye Blitzcrank because that skin I feel like is really
That's a
easy.
robot. That one's pretty easy to see. This one just makes like a chain link moving noise. It doesn't make like
Yeah,
a
you don't find this one easy to see?
wait. Oh. Invade. Here we go. Blitzcrank.
Flash.
Coming around.
Oh.
Wait, spoilers. I'm not caught up. Whee! Casual flashes.
I really wanted to see that flash hook. Unfortunately, couldn't find it on the Ashe. Fortunately, Ashe doesn't die.
Has anybody seen the
Therefore,
new Joker? Is it out yet?
oh, it is out yet.
Oh my
It is
gosh.
out. Sorry, not yet. It is out. Yeah.
Okay, somebody's gonna have to cast this stream without me. I live like a block away
Okay,
from the
looks like
movie
I gotta go to
theater.
the movie theaters. BRB,
Bye.
Little did you know I actually just got out of my chair like you could see me, but joke's on you, you can't.
Yeah,
So.
I'm like, I'm already on the other side. Okay, I'll see you guys later.
Alright, so it looks like I've taken over as play-by-play as one of our casting partners has left, has gone AFK, will not be back. Will not be
I
back.
can't keep a straight face. Alright, bot lane is just getting to their respective positions in lane. No CS, no love lost there. I think who fights first? Who gets into a little bit of a hiccup first? I think it must be mid lane, right? They're already posturing aggressively.
It's yeah,
got two fresh
they're
units.
already
Oh,
clashing in
girl.
the mid lane.
You gotta go in on that, girl.
Already looking to clash. I thought Owen last game was extremely aggressive, so looking forward to more of the same this game. Expecting to be just as aggressive, especially against a melee champion.
Yeah, Orin does so much damage though.
It's crazy.
Yeah, just gonna actually get the dismount here.
Rito, please.
Q him. That's a good Q. You get a little bit of your courage back. Mumu's posturing go outside, always gonna game. I keep saying champion names. I'm gonna make a commitment to use summoner names instead.
Summoner?
Yeah, Sea Baller
Oh, I see what you mean.
instead of Bled.
Yeah. Nothing too spicy just yet. Still warming up to the game, only 3 minutes in, so nothing huge. Kled is really low though, potential for a dive, but we have a Warwick coming up top here.
Did I just see the W buff slightly appear on minions for a second? Oh, auto minion. Stuns away, doesn't get the knock up. Honestly,
your auto attacks a
pressure
minion.
game. No, I want to wind it back. When Warwick presses W, interrupt me if something's happening live. When Warwick presses W, for a brief instant, I see the hunted emblem over all the minions and Ornn, and then it goes away, and it's just on Ornn.
Dude. Oh, Clash of the Scuttle here.
Is that a bug?
And that's a first blood for Silas. Wow.
That's too juicy.
That is insane. That's a really great start for KP there. You couldn't really ask for a better start than giving a first blood to mid laner who does really well with kills.
with double buffs. That's the name of this game, folks, especially in Design 5s. Always fight with friends.
Yeah.
If your friend is in trouble, go help them.
Yes,
That
numbers
said,
advantage.
don't file in 1-on-1. 1-1-1-1-1. Okay, Blitzcrank angling wide for a hook. The ward's in the bush. Postures up. Yoinks a minion, but he says, you know what? I'm not going to let you farm for free. I'm going to give this cannon minion a big old slap. Bonk. Okay, Thresh knows the cooldowns are down. Gets a flay off. Just baby trades. They get away with a little more than they took on the side of Asav and Marie, but that's okay.
Oh.
I just realized...
Oh.
I was joking with myself and I missed the play.
I
just realized...
a big skirmish top.
Cled's just
Cled might be dead.
casually walking away. You're good.
Wow.
Alright. No, auto attack
Health
you.
bars.
You're gonna have to get up. He doesn't have mana. You can totally mount in time. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. You can make this play. This is what Kled is designed to do. Oh, I just wanted to see it. I know it's in minions, but you remount and then dismount. And you're fine. They'll de-aggro. I'm just whining.
I don't know. I think I would have liked to see a play there. Orm was
They just don't have flash, so you can walk up on him.
Yeah.
If he's away, that's the only option. But he's low on mana. He only had one ability. Dodge the donuts. You bait the W out of him, and you can't get out. And you remount and eat through him and chop him down into nothing.
Yep, I think Seaballer could have made a play there, but nonetheless, it is easier for us in the casting booth to look on it.
Why aren't you pressing your buttons?
To just play the game, dude.
I'm flaming from my armchair. Jeez. Don't find me in solo.
Armchair casters. Gank your bot with...
Runs after the Caitlyn. Forcing the flash. That's a good hook. But Mumu runs around the corner. 2 flashes out of bot lane. That's a successful gank. Mumu looking for the re-engage. Does he get the Q off?
Ash is gonna need to flash.
Flashes. Stays safe for now.
Yeah,
that makes the dragon play that may or may... See, that's the thing. The Q out of the Blitzcrank on this skin is like a whisper. It's like the angel of death. Just yoinks you out of bed and gives you a quick shot to the bum. No images there.
Wait, you think you're safe? No, you're on.
It's just so sneaky quiet.
Oh, dive coming in here from the Silas.
No way. No minions.
4-man dive. Ash is posturing.
Warwick's running. He says, "Oh no, he's still Ash ult!" And he immediately gets bopped by the double dash. Just teleport coming in, but it's a little too tardy. We get a hook on the Blitzcrank. Does the Akali have what it takes? Stalls for a second. Ornalt coming in. Where is it going to be aimed?
They should win this. Akali
double knockup into the execute on the Thresh. So we get a 2-for-1 on the side of banner minions. Taking something for themselves here. I guess Ash died. No, 2-for-2. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Ash got turnaround ulti. Okay. So a little bit of a chest bump and back. Dragon is still up for grabs. Pinging out of the side of GBM.
Warwick, no!
Warwick is sadly not where he needs to be. Damage reduction prevents the Ash from securing the kill, but it goes the way or Ash is not even
Caitlyn. Is not.
Why did she cast the W? Wouldn't have done anything. Oh well. Just out of sadness. Just I'm sorry. Yeah.
Here's
this is a 21 gun salute. Shoots over the Warwick. That's funny. It also feels real bad. I know it's a game mechanic and you can't really do much about it, but being ulted by a Silas when you don't have your ult yourself, it feels bad, man.
That is sad. That is sad.
Kled's been allowed to farm top. Let's look at the differential now. Ornn was forced to TP even, but plating is down on the side of Kled. I hope we see a back here. He has Tiamat. Well, we might not have enough gold.
Let's looking for a play here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's back.
Almost finds it there. That could have been huge.
Oh, take a tower shot. E. Kill him.
Wow. Silas does a
You have a
lot.
call ult. You have a call ult. Coward.
Silas does a lot of
It's
damage.
okay. It's better to be safe. Force the wave in. Get some experience. You know Akali's going to be back soon. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. High elo. Grow up.
Ornn and Kled skirmishing up in the top lane there.
That's the nature of the matchup. Kled's going to have to hurt himself to hurt the Ornn now, so you got to expect a dismount or two. It's about dodge and farm and push and pull and, frankly, vision control while you wait for your little jungler.
Yeah, that Bramble Best is going to work wonders for the Ornn when they do skirmish.
There's a lot of healing. Yeah. Ashe can very easily go Bork, of which she's not, though. I think we're going to see the 45% CDR Ashe.
Ooh, Kled might just die here.
Yep, goodbye. Oh, great flash!
Oh, we'll get auto though.
No! The spacing! Yeah. If you get the auto Q before you flash the Ornn ult, do you live? I'm going to watch the replay. Keep us up to date on live events. I'm going to see if there's a way. Has he dodged? No.
No, because he would have just then gotten hit by the actual knockup part of it.
Okay, I'm going to watch it one more time. Such a good flash, though. Yeah. So he gets hit by the Q, he gets knocked up. He takes a full Ornn combo, gets to 11. Yeah. Yep, if he was going to flash... This is super retrospect. Unfair to ever expect this to be the play. But if he goes back and watches the tape, when you're that low...
Blitzcrank looking for a hook. He does find it on the Ashe. Sorry to interrupt, but Ashe will get Lantern to safety. Warwick coming in for a gank here. Ashe staying, no ult though.
Don't apologize. Live is more important than musings.
Does find the R. Thresh maybe could have changed the seed onto the Blitz, but didn't decide to. Maybe thought he could have found the Caitlyn. Doesn't though. But everyone lives. And a Rift Herald mid is gonna get some play here and the demolish.
It's too much CC.
Yeah.
Immediately down.
Yeah.
Last game we saw Rift Herald that nobody responded to. Kled is working his way this way. Sadly, he does not have ult. But at the very least, can try to posture up on this Herald.
Oh, Thresh. Finds the R though in stopwatch.
Do we see a dive here? Do they have a Warwick ulti on the side of Silas? Oh, top lane. So the Ornn has flash, and you should know that. But he's just messing with his backs. It's so rude. It's BM in a good way. But you know the Ornn has flash. So if you're gonna take that fight, you have to flash the stun, the knockup, the original one. Okay, we're gonna fight mid. They take down the tower, but at the cost of Warwick's life. No, they get both.
And
Silas coming out big with a double kill as well as the tower. All platings down on that tower. It's only 12 minutes. Top lane, Ornn is facing Akali. Gets the full damage on the knockup, but Akali does an insane amount of damage. You got auto Q before Ornn takes the fight to you. Tank stats are enough. And he tanks his way.
Oh, Blitzcrank finds the hook.
Okay, and I think it's going to be just south. Whee! That's a calculated maneuver right there. 46
One more
HP,
auto.
44 probably. Had left a little bit after. Bottom tower's going down, mid tower's down. Top has one plating left. We have a lot of gold on the side of the Kamikaze Penguins yet again. Warwick is trying to save this tower. 2v1, 1v3 rather. Just unable to secure the damage that we need. Kled was a quarter of his cooldown away from ulti. Just not quite. Not quite. So close, not quite.
Yeah, and it's sad to see because you look at GBM's comp, it does strike you as more of an early game comp with the Warwick, the Akali,
excuse me,
in Kled, but they are falling quite behind here in the early game.
Kled ult, Thresh Lantern, 2 TPs, and technically a Blitzcrank pull will count as ways for teammates to get to fights. Right? Or you can bring the fight to your teammates with the Blitzcrank. But you have so many useful tools to get multiple people in the same space at once. Warwick is farming the red buff. They just concede dragon, just a little too far behind. I also
sorry.
a wild Mareep. I just realized that. That's funny. Ashold in the way of Silas. Blitzcrank pulls down. Pulls the Amumu's not what you want to yoink. We get Ash Arrow to complement the CC. Another pull. Amumu's brought down to half. Good trades onto the Caitlyn as well. Chunking it back to save the tower. Saving quotes. It has approximately 28 HP.
Yeah, and that was
never.
that was a good decision probably by the Thresh to not go in on that hook. Probably wasn't gonna find the kill. Probably was just gonna die. So that was really smart of him.
Oh, and Yoink the Warwick is the go button that they needed. Immediately popped or knocks up the Caitlyn for a surprising amount of damage. There's no execute damage, but there's enough damage from an AP scaling Silas. Flash engage upon the Akali, who goes invisible. Protobelt goes wide, but they're just waiting. They're hunting. Blitzcrank is guessing. Akali jumps back on. Double dash flashes away from the friends. EQ through onto a trap. Almost enough damage with Ignite, but she took TP. It's okay. And then there were 3. Inhibitor down. No wards in their base. They're pushing. Will they make the same mistake? No. Learn their lesson from last game. Decide to take the reset. There is no Baron on the map. This is the part of the game where it feels like you want to be pressuring Baron.
Oh.
They're too re-engaged.
They're just going to stay?
Too many friends. That kill cycling allows a little bit of pressure. But they, again, eat their humble pie and just kind of waddle in the jungle. Still looking for picks, I guess. Blitzcrank is never one to not Q. They just rotate top.
Oh, they're going to die to Kled. Kled's just dead.
Kled gets engaged upon. Right now, Silas is tanking. Dismount. Easy out. Protobelt's away to clear the wave as well as pave the way to the innermost turret. Warwick is chomping at the bit, but there's not much that he's going to be able to fit. Ornn is stops his forging, I guess. He's forging.
Forging. Looking
really bot can farm. The mid wave is crashing, and it's super wave, so you cannot let that thing bounce. Technically, the first wave of supers will not hurt the towers, but what it does is it proxies. Oh, engage top. Good yoink. Another Warwick ulti onto the Warwick to secure the kill. Ornn engage on the action of the tower. Hook goes wide. Man's D for DPSing in the backline. Flashing to secure the kill on the support. Doesn't get it. Big time Amumu 2-man ult. Does Thresh flash Q from the bandage toss. Woo!
That's game.
And the Akali was just
game.
Not in that fight.
Wow.
Okay.
That is domination.
Have late game.
17 minutes.
17 minutes. That is a little bit early. Warwick is looking to chunk. Doesn't go through. They're just, it's respect for not wanting the kills. They're doing what they can. Well, they got one anyways. They were focusing the next. That's. I felt a little bit of tilt out of the mid lane. It's sad when it comes to that, but remember, folks, we're all friends here, and DCs happen. Mid lives matter, and frankly, on the back end of a little bit of kick of the butt instead of just saying everything's going to be all right. Y'all weren't going to get in the playoffs anyways, so just kind of stow the aggression and give us a GG, and we'll be okay. That said, sorry that we can feel the frustration on this end. We have late game. Just wanted to reiterate that, my friend.
Yeah, not the way GBM wanted to wrap up their season. Is that's their last couple of games in the season?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, that's not the way they wanted to wrap it up, but the way they happened.
Still fun nonetheless.
See some improvements in the off season, and looking forward to a great playoffs. Now with KP locked into the playoffs.
Yes. Should we ask a player if they want to give us a little breakdown?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Archangel always, Mans. I was talking a lot of trash to Mans. Let's bring him in here. Mans, get in Caster's chat. Boy. That's the message I sent him. Move to post-game chat. Oh.
Ooh.
Where's that? Hello. This is so cool. We have our own little... Hello, welcome. So, first question, why you gotta act like that? You gotta put a whooping on them.
swear the emote at the end was an accident.
No, it's okay.
That's the thing that bothered me.
We're all friends here. I can't speak for the tribunal, but just maybe a little more grace. But it's okay.
A little more grace.
It's okay.
I mean, really, we needed the wins. I mean, game one, the disconnect is unfortunate. Honestly, a lot of people on our team need to be up really, just playing at the time that we could handle it. So we weren't going to waste time in these games, and I mean, the 17 some odd minute game proves that. Once we took our lead, we knew how to snowball it, and that's what we had to do.
Yeah, and we can chat about the disconnect, but everybody knows, everybody has the same sentiment. Both sides, both competitors. Yeah, I gotta understand. That's just a little bit sad. But so let's move past that. Second game. So what I want to talk about: establish an early lead. Teach us the ways.
So for an early lead, I mean, we went for the early.
And that's all the time we have, folks. I'm sorry, man. No, I'm just kidding. Roam to your jungler, right? That's where the story was going.
Yeah, ideally in the early game, we wanted to take the early lead, and we had Blitzcrank, which is obviously now with his recent buff, the longest took in the game, and we tried to figure out a power point. So we went for bot lane, Ashe flashed, and then we tried to focus around going there a lot. Since Kled counters Ornn, though, we ended up top a lot. But at this point, I'm going to shift it over to my jungler, actually, because he really wanted to talk more about our strategies.
Awesome. Thanks for letting me bully you a little bit, Mans. Always appreciate you, my friend.
I just remember bullying you a lot as we grew up together in Vantage.
1v1 me, bro!
1v1 you? All right, always is coming in a sec.
Oh, Man's a good guy. Howdy, welcome to the cast.
Hello, thank you.
Always gonna game. What was your inspiration for that name?
Well, actually, when I was in middle school, I was a big fan of a YouTuber named Girl Gone Gamer, and my name is just like a kind of like my own version of her name, honestly.
Interesting. I always love hearing how people made up their names. Anyhow, you want to know how Man's made up his name? No, I'm just kidding. So,
actually,
strategy.
no, I've been friends with him for years.
We'll save that for a later date. Strategy. Tell us. Sing us the song.
Well, you guys seen the Maokai level 1, I believe, right?
Rowdy.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to see what you guys thought of it, but yeah, we figured it was the quickest way to get a level 3 in an early gank top and just snowball the game from there. Obviously, the disconnect was unfortunate, but I mean, we didn't really take our power from the mid lane anyway that game. So, and I know he wasn't gone too terribly long. But yeah, we planned 2 comps for today, and we executed them both perfectly. And we have more matches to play, so I don't want to delve too deep, but
sure, yes. Save some secrets. It's fun to watch. It's like a Christmas morning watching you unravel the bot lane off the back of a few stellar plays, and then setting up the Silas early with a free-ish kill and double buffs. Never hurt no one, especially on electrocute Silas. I forgot about the Blitzcrank buff. I've been perma-banning that champion, and now I know why.
Yeah, it's a good champion to ban, and they'll look you.
Yeah, kind of nuts.
Even a bad Blitzcrank, if they land one hook at the right time, it's over.
Now I'm over here, I guess, and then I get to talking about how my friends are bad from gray screen.
Yeah. It's the first interview I've gotten all season, despite even requested for
I want one compliment. Okay, question first.
Yeah, okay. I just had a quick comment. On that first game, it was a Vladimir and an Ornn top lane. Yeah. Was that Ornn pick some of you guys had locked in before the game, or was that something you pulled out as a counter to the Vlad, or did you guys do some scouting and you knew he was gonna play Vlad and so you picked the Ornn, or were you confident in that pick as well? What was
our entire comp was planned before today even started. Right. We were going with that comp that we had in game 1 from the beginning, and that's what we wanted to do. We figured Ornn is fine into enough matchups and can just play safe if needed. He doesn't need gold or kills and items and stuff like that to be relevant. And so we figured we could pick him into anything. The Maokai Vagar combo is really good because of the cage. I can bop him into the wall, and then we just play for late game.
Very nice. All right, I want one compliment to a teammate and one compliment to an opponent, and then we can get the heck out of Dodge.
Okay, compliment to a teammate. Is this just for this game or is it just in general?
Well, I mean, if somebody has really pretty eyes, I guess. But yeah, over the games.
For this game, I guess my compliment would go to our top laner for just holding pressure on the other side of the map in both games. Solo killing people, even solo killing Kled, who's supposed to counter him.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Yes, just playing spectacular in both of these games.
Very nice.
And a compliment to an opponent. Let's see. Game 1 went longer.
Game 1 did go longer. Minimally.
Hold on. I'm gonna find someone to compliment.
Thank you. I'm putting you on the spot. Out of the spirit of
Yeah.
sportsmanship.
Of course, I don't mind.
The first
If
Game
not,
1.
okay.
The Vlad actually still did really good despite getting the first blood early onto myself. He still dealt a lot of damage and didn't die a lot. He played as best he could given the situation of the entire map state.
Top lane always feels like it's
Yeah.
like you want to be alone, and then at the same time you're like, why does my jungler suck? So it's nice.
Yeah.
Jungle difference. FF15, dude.
It's that's nice to hear. Both compliments going top side. Always gonna game. Always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for stepping in. Teach us a little bit about comps without giving away the surprise for playoffs. Excited to see you all.
Yep, thank you.
Good games.
Good game.
Alrighty. Well, Cyanide, any final thoughts for the folks at home?
It's been a pleasure casting again. Thank you to everybody who came out tonight. I think, do we have one more week? We have one more week, right? And then
Yes.
the playoffs? Yeah, one more
Yes.
week and then playoffs. So looking forward to that last week. I'll see you all there. And good luck to all those teams fighting for a playoff spot. And try out some wacky picks next week. Let's get some ZADCs going. All right. Let's see some Teemo jungles minimum. All right.
Minimum. All right. On that sour note, I'm gonna say goodnight. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your games and win them all.